Hey guys, Mr. Jones here. I haven't been here in a while, have I? But I'm definitely going to start back on my reviews and possibly even my videos here on this channel. I've just been into other stuff lately and haven't had time to do anything on this wrestling channel I have here. But I'm going to start back, and tonight we'll be reviewing the pay-per-view that just went off the air, WWE Money in the Bank 2011. Um, I can't describe how good this pay-per-view really was. This was an incredible put out by WWE. Definitely pay-per-view of the year. Just a great show all around. There were only two things on this entire show that I really could have done without, and they were at least somewhat watchable. I mean, there wasn't anything horrible whatsoever on here. Um, so this was all very enjoyable. I definitely recommend you go out and buy this. If you ordered it, you got your money's worth. And it's just this will probably go down as an all-time classic, especially because of the main event. The main event was built up better than any championship match I've seen in years, and it definitely delivered. I think maybe it even over-delivered. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So let's get right into the card. The first match was the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. Um, this match was the better Money in the Bank match of the night. This beat the Raw match, which came later. This started out very good, quick pace action here. The match just all throughout the match it was just very fast, except in the middle it kind of started dragging out a little bit. Um, Daniel Bryan and Justin Gabriel were hitting some crazy spots. But probably the most insane spot of the match was Sin Cara actually got slammed through. Sheamus built like a I don't know if it was Sheamus that put it up. It might have been Wade Barrett, but he put a ladder from the announce table to the ring, so it was sort of like a bridge. And Sheamus ended up getting Sin Cara and uh, doing his finisher on Sin Cara through the ladder. So the paramedics pretty much had to come out there and cart off Sin Cara, so he was out for probably the last half of this match. Some really impressive stuff here from Cody Rhodes. He looked good. Everybody looked really good in this match. It did seem to drag out a little bit towards the end when Slater, Gabriel, and Wade Barrett were working with each other. That was the only part of this match I would consider not very good. But otherwise, it was spectacular. You saw the end come when Daniel Bryan was climbing the ladder, and him and Wade Barrett were battling up on top. And then Bryan eventually he beats off Wade Barrett, gets him down to about the second or third step, and then just kicks his head in beautifully. Wade Barrett falls off the ladder. Daniel Bryan picks up the win. Great match here, though. This was a really good Money in the Bank match. Probably one of the better ones I've ever seen. I'll give this match 4.5 stars, and it deserves every bit of it. Definitely want to check this one out. And it's good that Daniel Bryan won here. I wasn't expecting him to pick up the victory, but he did. And that's good because he definitely needs a push in WWE. The next match was the women's or the Divas Championship. It was Kelly defending against Brie Bella. This was one of those matches I didn't care for. The crowd for the first match for the SmackDown Money in the Bank, they were really into it, really into all the moves. And then when this match happened, they just died. It's like they weren't in it at all. Um, this wasn't like a terrible Divas match or anything. It wasn't anything god awful, but it was just mainly what you get out of your typical Divas match on maybe Raw or something. There was nothing really spectacular in it. There was one spot where Kelly got flipped out of the ring, and that was about the only thing considered exciting in this match at all. Um, anyway, Kelly picks up the win. I'll give this match 2 stars. Nothing enjoyable or special, but it was at least somewhat watchable. The next match was Mark Henry versus the Big Show. Now they kind of built this feud up with Mark Henry and Big Show attacking each other. Mark Henry sort of becoming um, evil, pissed off at everything, wrecking the place every week, and he started all this because the Big Show had attacked him a few weeks back out of anger. This match going into it, I wasn't expecting very much at all because of these are two big guys who usually have somewhat bad matches on pay-per-view. So I was expecting, on paper this probably won't be good. This probably be like an Undertaker Khali thing back in the day. But this was actually pretty decent. They had a pretty quick pace. It wasn't anything horrible. they actually got in some good moves here. They did some brawling on the outside. Mark Henry ends up getting the win in this match, and at the end he puts Big Show's leg in a chair, or his ankle, and he doesn't move off the top rope, and basically breaks Big Show's ankle or foot. You know, he just came from the top rope and landed onto the chair, which cracked Big Show's foot. And so that was a interesting thing there. Big Show had to leave in a cast, and Mark Henry gets the win here. This match wasn't really didn't take up much time, probably about 8-10 minutes. I'll give this match 2 1/4, 2 1/4 stars. It wasn't anything special, but it was better than what I would expect for a big man match, definitely. The next match was the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. Now this match was slightly disappointing, but it was still very, very good. Not as good as the SmackDown Money in the Bank, but that set the bar very high, of course. Uh, this match started off with every man had a ladder in their hands. They started off just sort of attacking each other with ladders, and they ganged up on Alberto Del Rio, threw him out of the ring, piled ladders onto him. And this kept going for a while. They were just slugging each other with ladders. I don't really know if I cared for that or not. I'd rather them just start out traditionally, you know, just fighting each other until a ladder gets involved. But it was a different and unique start. Really cool spots in this match, especially from Evan Bourne. He did like an airborne from the top of the ladder and onto everyone else who were on the outside. That was really cool. Um, Kofi Kingston did some alright stuff in here. Rey Mysterio did some okay stuff. R-Truth. I remember there was one spot where everybody was on the outside of the ring and R-Truth was in the middle of the ring, and he did sort of the splits like a dance move like he usually does, and dove onto everyone. I think he dove and flipped from the top rope, so that was a really cool spot there. This match ended up being really good, but I don't think it got enough time. I think this could have went a more, 10 minutes or more, at least. I think it was cut a little bit short, just my opinion. But nonetheless, the match was still good. Alberto Del Rio actually gets the win here and becomes Money in the Bank. Um, he now has the briefcase, which I guess I'm okay with. I honestly wanted someone like Alex Riley or R-Truth to win, but I kind of saw the Del Rio push coming. So I give this match, I guess, 3 3/4 stars. Not near as good as the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match, but still really enjoyable. The next match was the World Heavyweight Championship match. It was Randy Orton versus Christian. This was actually really, really good. You saw a good pace from both of these guys, a lot of near falls, a lot of counters. Um, and remember, the stipulation here was that if Randy Orton got disqualified, that Christian would actually win the title. Uh, you had some really cool spots in this match. Like I said, a lot of back and forth. The match ends when Christian is sort of back down into a corner, and he spits in Randy Orton's face, which pissed Orton off. Orton then beats him down, and then when Christian gets up, Orton gives him a low blow, so the referee calls for the bell, and Orton is disqualified. So Christian is your new heavyweight champion, world heavyweight champion. And then after the match, Randy Orton beats the living hell out of Christian on the outside of the ring. He RKO's him on the table, leaves. Then he comes back for more after he's already walked halfway up the ramp, RKO's him on the table again, beats the hell out of him. It was really cool to see Randy Orton in a rage like that. I think that added on. And so I will tack that on to the match rating. This match gets about 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. Definitely want to check this one out. And then the next match, finally, the main event, John Cena versus CM Punk. Now, first of all, let me tell you something about this crowd, okay? They were in Chicago, Illinois tonight. This was the best crowd I've heard at a WWE event, whether it be Raw, SmackDown, or on pay-per-view, probably ever, or at least in a long, long time. This crowd was extraordinarily anti-John Cena. They were all in CM Punk's corner. As a matter of fact, all throughout the night, even before CM Punk's match with John Cena, they were chanting CM Punk, CM Punk, which I thought that was great. Then we got to the match. CM Punk comes out, and when he does, he gets like a standing ovation. The crowd just goes nuts when CM Punk comes out there. When he gets in the ring, he just sits there for a solid minute. First he gets the crowd fired up, and then he sits there for a solid minute, and the crowd's just really, really into it. They were 100% in CM Punk's corner. The only people I heard chant for John Cena all night were little kids and possibly women, and there were very, very few of them, might I add. Then Cena comes out, of course. He gets booed. Like I said, the biggest anti-John Cena crowd I probably ever witnessed. Then the match. The match was incredible. This is a 5-star match, folks. Not just because of the build-up, but because of how this was in the ring. I know it's hard to believe John Cena can pull off a 5-star match, but trust me, CM Punk carried this thing. This got a lot of time. This was like a 40-minute match, 45 minutes, I think. Really, really, lots of time there. CM Punk, and John Cena, they started out with a lot of like technical mat wrestling, which I thought was really cool to see from John Cena. You almost never see that. You see the usual, like face busters and the you can't see me and 5-knuckle shuffle, which I did happen in this match. But you saw a lot more of the technical mat wrestling and just the in-ring psychology. Good God, just incredible between these two. Um, you saw the go to sleep and the attitude adjustment reversed numerous times. There were more near falls than I care to count. And like I said, the crowd was so into this match. They were very much into it. Near the very end of the match, CM Punk is, hurt. John Cena's hurt. They were both favoring their knee, I think. Then Vince McMahon walks out there with one of his, I guess, lawyers or contract negotiators. He walks out there and they stand looking towards the ring. John Cena leaves the ring and he clotheslines the guy that's with Vince, the contract negotiator. And he said something to Vince like, no, not like this. Don't do it this way. Then when John Cena gets back in the ring, CM Punk hits the go to sleep, gets the 1, 2, 3, pins John Cena. CM Punk wins and becomes the new WWE champion. And then he's going to leave with it. So Vince McMahon goes around to the announcer's table. Vince McMahon goes out and says, to cut the music, bring Alberto Del Rio out here. Del Rio, come out here and cash in. You see Del Rio run out to the ring. CM Punk gives him a quick kick to the head, knocks him out, and then takes off through the crowd with the WWE Championship. The crowd was going ape shit. You've really got to check this show out. Overall, I give this pay-per-view a 9 out of 10. If it weren't for the match with Mark Henry, Big Show, and the women's match, this would have been pretty much a perfect pay-per-view. I think this was really, really incredible. Definitely going to go down as a classic. Definitely going to go down that 5-star match there at the end. Definitely going to go down as an all-time memorable match from WWE. Just so much was riding on it. They had it in Chicago, Illinois. The crowd was great. The atmosphere was great all night. And I hope this isn't CM Punk's last match with WWE. I really hope he comes back, whether it be in a matter of months or years. I really hope we don't have to wait long, but I don't want this to be the end of CM Punk in WWE, although I completely understand why he's, upset with the company because he has paid his dues and they haven't treated him right. But like I said, you'll get your money's worth. Check out this show. This is Mr. Jones saying peace.